No, we got Andrew Peterson here, Sukti Muay Thai. Coach Jeremy Hunt there. So right now, if you are Peterson coming out and you just saw your teammate lose, does that put some extra pressure on you to come out and perform? I mean, you're 0-0, but you kind of almost want to get that back.
I think that you would obviously be able to answer that way better than I would. I would think, though, you are ready. Like, listen, you are going in as a team. You win as a team. You lose as a team. He wants to make good for his team right now. We could fix a lot of the ills of the team with a win right now. I would agree that there's probably some extra pressure on him.
He's walking in the cage nice and calm, though. I mean, it really is impressive. The amount of stress that it takes to go through a camp and then come down here in these lights, these young men and women have just really acclimated to it in an amazing way.
I would never know. This is an arena that I enjoy watching. I enjoy being a part of it. I don't know what it takes to get inside that cage or that ring. I would imagine people like me aren't supposed to know what it's like.
All right, here we go. We got Alex Little coming down to the cage, accompanied by Coach Brian Bury and Thor James Carroll. Cage Wars veteran. Now, these are one of the young guns out of Bury Jiu-Jitsu that kind of came out of nowhere on this last card and really, really made an exclamation.
He is ripped. He's built. He is. I mean, you see all different body types, and obviously it doesn't necessarily translate one way or another. But he looks big and strong.
But he's long, he's strong, you know. It's not even just that he's ripped. I mean, he's got muscle, but he's got length to him. He's got skill. You know, he seems to have the mental aptitude to really take fighting where he wants it to go. Gotta love MLP.
I'm glad it was a good experience for you, or else
they were so much fun.
Could have been.
They were literally the most chill guys. I thought it was going to be a nightmare night. Yeah. They were so cool. We see Little nice and calm. USMTA director Ed Kinner speaking to him. We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo for the official introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the following fight on the card for Cage Wars 54, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, is in our 170-pound division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in yesterday 170.4 pounds, representing Sukti Muay Thai out of Albany, New York, Andrew RoboCop Peterson. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in yesterday at 171 pounds, representing Brian Bury, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu out of Watervliet, New York, Alex Little.
It's like an old school fight poster.
Peterson looking at Little like he wants to wear his
skin. And the man in charge of the
jacket.
action when that door closes, Mr. David
He's got the look of an old school
got that
fight
Dahmer
poster.
look.
I like it.
Yeah, this could be interesting.
He does. He was very stoic. Staring him down.
Like you want to cook something up in a pot.
I am very compelled by this fight.
Little was unaffected, not even paying any attention to it.
I wanted it. Little needed almost to be told to stand up.
Again, Little nice and calm. Nice job with that jab.
Very nice job.
Oh, good level change by Peterson. What can he do with it?
Peterson's already, man. He's eating some leather early on here.
Little has a good awareness of his distance.
Well, Little's got to be careful because he's
standing. Oh, man, that right uppercut. Like I said, he's putting Peterson right on the end of his punches.
Little
forearm and throat.
Is just exercising his dominance. I mean,
Peterson getting to the hip.
Peter was standing at the length of the punch. And now, again, we do say with novice, ground and pound, no punches to the head, just so people know, the viewers at home. And a really nice job by Peterson.
Good job by Little. Can he stand up? Oh, good job by Peterson completing that takedown.
Very nice.
Looking to pass the knees.
Oh, Little just tosses him off.
Right with that uppercut.
Oh boy.
Little wants to stand on the feet.
Now Peterson's got to be careful because if he steps in a little too close, Little is going to turn one loose.
And you can see Little coming back. So many people think that they're.
No, you were fine. I tapped you because I I felt like he was just coming into his own. That's all.
You know, he's baiting him back because he wants him to come into those
Yeah.
punches. It's very strategic. It's not that Peterson is, you know, scaring him or walking him down necessarily. This is part of Little's game plan.
Peterson needs to come in. He can't come in with his hands down.
No.
If you're going to come in, you got to come in with your hands up.
And if you look, Little's throwing those uppercuts straight on the center line.
Little is hitting him with some real big shots.
And you see him pop, step back, bang, right hand. Oh, nice backhand.
That was interesting.
Again, nice straight right hand. Peterson's face starting to look a little worse for the wear.
He's tough, though.
He definitely is.
Boy, these punches are coming from all angles, aren't they?
Yes, and Little has to respect him, which is good. Putting that shoulder pressure. Let's see if he tries to take him down or throw some strikes and separate.
I'd be curious to see how much damage Peterson can take. I mean, he got hit with at least 8 to 10 real, like, significant strikes to the face, and seems to be taking it pretty well.
Little's mouth is open.
I mean, those are big shots.
And again, it's not even that they're super hard, but it's right in the very end of that punch, which maximizes its effectiveness.
He keeps coming.
I'd like to see Little throw some knees as Peterson comes in. Mouthpiece coming out on Little. Definitely a little fatigued.
25 seconds left to go in round number 1.
Peterson's still moving forward. Give him credit.
Well, this fight's got a lot of life. I just don't know how much punishment Peterson can take.
But again, he's taken him down a few different times.
This is a very interesting fight.
Looking to clear the hips, side control. Little looking for an arm.
That was an
first round.
That was an interesting round 1.
That really could go either way with the judges, depending upon where they're sitting.
Because there's times in the fight where it looks like Little is just dominant against his opponent, but Peterson relentless, and he kind of closed the gap on that round a little bit at the end of the first round, and maybe in the judge's eyes it was enough to maybe sneak round.
You know, he did, and I've taken the ABC course a few different times with Kevin McDonald, most recently with Dan Mergliotta, and Dan always says, you know, you don't know what the judges are seeing from their seat. You know, where people's body positions are, what they may be seeing, or what they may be interpreting as effective striking or grappling. So these judges are all in separate areas of the arena, so you don't really know what they're seeing.
So if all things were equal, you're saying that the judge wouldn't give that round to Little because he landed the bigger, cleaner, more powerful shots?
Well, I'm saying you don't know what they're seeing because of their position. Because it could go either way. You know, because some things that didn't look like they were effective might have looked more effective in other seats.
Yep.
Like Little's punches, for example.
Well, Little's hit him a couple times right of the button, and Peterson just keeps walking him down. So I'm excited to see what happens here. Here we go, round number 2 at Rivers.
You know, Peterson definitely knows his path to victory is closing the distance and making it a dogfight, fighting in a phone booth. Little wants to keep some distance here, keep him at the end of his punches, and make him pay.
Well, I don't know what Peterson's corner told him, but while he maintains an aggressive approach, he has to make sure to put his hands up because he's coming in and he's not protecting himself.
Little grabbing that underhook, pushing him against cage. He wasn't able to take him down last time. Let's see what he does here. Little looking for that foot trip.
I like what Peterson is doing here. I like I like Peterson's path. He knows his path to victory is to get in tight, muck it up.
And again, Little looked to the ref. I don't know why.
I mean, Little slowed down considerably. Little has not had the output that he had midway through the first round. He looks gassed.
Through his mouthpiece coming out. I mean, that happens sometimes.
He's tired.
He's in excellent shape, but sometimes, you know, things happen and you expend a little bit more gas than you would like.
1:45 left to go in round number 2 of what appears to be now a pretty even fight.
Peterson being the one sharing his blood, though. See, there we go with the mouthpiece out.
And he just knocked it out.
I don't even know if the referee saw it.
Some interesting combinations here.
You know, and really, he's got to be careful putting that mouthpiece out like that. You can get warned.
I don't know if that connected or not, but that looked like a pretty good right by Peterson there.
Doing a good job controlling Peterson's right hand.
Yeah, we kind of see Little for the first time here.
You know, he can get him against cage,
Trying
but
to get him against, yeah.
he's not really delivered punishment against cage or brought him down yet. So I'd like to see him again. Yeah, separate, create some punching
some big shots.
space, and have at it.
But Peterson is so tough. I mean, he just keeps coming forward. And Peterson looks like the aggressor in round 2.
Maybe that's why they call him RoboCop.
Yeah, I mean, he is relentless. You can argue that he's winning round number 2. What are your thoughts on the technique, the punch?
You know, I think he may come from a traditional style of a martial arts. I see a lot of backhands and different technique shoes. So.
Sometimes that's how, you know, like if when we were growing up, if we were not that skilled, we would just come from all angles. I don't know. Is that something that he would learn in the gym? Or
no, from a traditional martial arts style, I mean, there is those backhands, and you know, it's not meant to be a vicious kind of ending fight.
That was vicious.
Right in front of us here. We might get some blood spatter, Brian. Kidney punches.
From your mouth to God's ears, Will. That was a fun round.
That was a great fight.
And I think it's a competitive 1-1 fight at this point.
This is the first fight of the night that I will tell you I would not want to be a judge.
Yeah, that was a great round. I'm excited for a round number 3. I think I got the sense that Little won round number 1. But I think Peterson was the aggressor. I think Little got in his big shots, but I think Peterson did enough to win round number 2. Listen, it all comes down to what the judges think, but we have a really competitive fight as we head into round 3.
But the style of this fight in general is really hard to judge.
Yeah.
And kind of a little bit all over the place.
Yep. I think cardio is what obviously could be one of the big differentiating factors here, and I think it appeared to me like Little was a little bit more gassed than Peterson.
I see Coach Brian Bury talking to the referee and Executive Director Ed Kinner about something they're not happy about.
Is anybody ever happy in the corner? Isn't there always something to complain about?
Yeah, but it seemed like something was egregious. I don't see Coach Brian do that very often. I didn't see anything personally, but you never know what we missed. Here we go, third and final round.
And here comes Peterson. Peterson is certainly willing to trade damage. And Peterson is willing to take a punch. We know that.
He's got to be careful, though, throwing those kicks in naked like that because Little does have good hands.
Little just hasn't been active, though, so since midway through the second round.
Yeah, I mean, Peterson's just making this a dogfight. He's fighting in the phone booth, which is exactly what he needs.
These are pretty big punches. Was that?
Peterson. Oh, good job by Little grabbing his back.
Oh. A couple of big punches. Peterson just eats the punches.
Little looking to trip, controlling that right arm. He's got the cage right in front of us. Just let go. Looking for that right leg of Peterson. Can he suck it and take it in? Turn that corner. Nope. Nice job by Peterson. He's doing a great job here against a big, strong, talented Alex Little.
He has the opportunity to work the body a little bit here.
Now, Alex doing a good job fighting the hands. 2-on-1, but that gives Peterson an opportunity to throw his knees.
And this is just cage dominance right now.
It is. It's cage control, clinch control.
Little is never out of a fight, though. He is athletic and he's fast and heavy hands.
Good
he's
depth
never
perception.
Out of it. But right now he appears just gassed.
Well, again, you know, Peterson's on him, though. On him. You know where Oni Banyu earlier was on and then off, on and then off? Peterson is just on.
Yeah, he went for the choke, and Peterson just said, nope, not today.
Peterson doing a good job using that shoulder.
I'm really impressed with Peterson.
So am I.
These are big shots. These are big shoulder shots. He's doing damage. He's wearing Little out. Little doesn't look like he doesn't want to be there anymore.
I think the difference maker was a Jeffrey Dahmer look in the beginning.
I think you're right. I think over time.
He watched the Dahmer miniseries.
I'm about 4.5 in.
Oh, it's great.
And I can't get enough.
It's amazing.
As much as I love being here tonight, that's my nightcap. Sounds exciting, doesn't it?
It does. Good job with Peterson here.
This is a great fight. And if Little's got anything left in the gas tank, he's going to have to empty it right now. But I just don't think he's got enough left. I mean, Peterson ate every big shot from the moment the bell rang.
And he's just still coming forward, pushing him against the cage, creating that control and damaging. I mean, I really did not see this fight going this way with the way Little performed at our last show.
Oh, and he took a couple of big shots early.
Oh,
And
you
let me
don't
tell
want
you
to be
something.
there.
He is putting it too little now. This is a signature round for
Looking
Peterson.
for the neck.
And
Oh.
Little just didn't have any left. Peterson took advantage. Great fight.
Excellent, excellent sportsmanship by these two young men. Ton of respect for Peterson. Wow.
All right, and you can see him doing some work here in round number 3. And this is where Little looked like the gas tank ran out. I think.
And again, it's just
cardio.
relentless pressure up by Peterson. I mean, it's just smothering. It's closing the distance. It's always making you react to him. Using that shoulder bump.
Yep.
Everything just exhausting Little in the clinch.
And getting creative, too.
You know, sometimes people get someone in the clinch just to hold them. He really wanted to inflict damage and tire Little out, and he did exactly that.
I think sometimes will and determination can be the equalizer for sure.
Especially in a sport like this.
Very impressive.
But again, Little still swinging, you know, never once gave up.
And listen, it's not a foregone conclusion that we know who won this fight. We got to get the official decision from the judges. So far, though, I think we've been pretty much on point. I think all of the fights tonight certainly seem to have been scored the way they appeared, anyways, from us.
Yes, because thankfully, pro judge Sal D'Amato is not here. Anybody that watches the pro circuit knows that when Sal D'Amato is judging, don't let it go to the judges.
I'll tell you, I've had many wagers that looked like they were locks. You bet on a fighter, and it goes to the judge's
We going to the
scorecard.
casino floor after this?
Yes, just take everything that I do and do the exact opposite. Guaranteed to turn a profit tonight.
It's like George Costanza.
Yes.
Coach Jeremy Hunt, very happy in there with Peterson, you can tell. Again, it seems like, you know, they worked their game plan.
Well, and they stayed the course, too, because they knew that their guy was going to take some shots, but they knew that he could eat it. And he's got a strong chin.
And Coach Brian Bury is still talking to the officials. I'll be curious to talk to the officials after this fight to see exactly what that was about. We're going to bring it up to ring announcer Mike Falvo for the final announcement.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for these two amazing fighters? After 3 hard-fought rounds of mixed martial arts action, we go to the judges' scorecard. Rob Exisa scores the fight 29-28 in favor of the red corner. Matt Goller scores the fight 29-28 in favor of the blue corner. Chris Polinsky scores the fight 29-28 in favor for your winner by way of split decision. Out of the blue corner, Andrew RoboCop Peterson.